I mean, look at this quilted seat with the puffy Jaguar. Like
the puffy Jaguar.
I mean, look at him. He's a 3D
I'm
Jaguar.
sure that's what the people at Jaguar want to call
the puffy Jaguar. What do you want to call him?
Sounds
He's
like
3D.
He has a disease. All right, so this week on our family review channel, we have maybe the least family car ever. We have the 2024 Jaguar F Type R, and this is the R75, which is good news and bad news because it's a limited edition model, which is always cool when you're talking about an F-Type, but it signifies the end of the F-Type. So that's bad news, which is also the end of presumably Jaguar making sports cars. So
What?
Very sad, yes, as
You didn't tell
they
me this.
move into a more electrified future. Jaguar's not making the F-Type anymore, so
Oh,
this is the
that's kinda
F-Type's
sad.
kind of swan song. So how does a family like us get along with something as beautiful but very specific use case as the Jaguar F Type R?
Ready? Ah! Oh, it's so loud. I did that. That was so fun. All right, we're here on a chilly day. I'm trying not to have my jacket on.
No one up north feels bad for us.
I know they don't,
It's
but I've been
literally
in Georgia
like
my whole life,
50.
so I'm used to hot. With the Jaguar F Type R.
R.
R. Just an R.
Yeah.
Just R. Okay.
Technically R75 because it's
Oh, well, that's what you should have told me.
the
Then I would have
final
sounded like I knew
model
what I was
of
talking
this
about.
car.
Now, the exterior, obviously, it's a Jaguar. They're known for being beautiful cars, right? And this is a beautiful car. I actually really kind of like this color.
Yeah.
Like, it's not my favorite. I think like a black or a gray or something would look cool, or a red. But like, it's not bad. I like the front end's like giant. Or is that like Jaguars are like that?
Well, it's
Or is
kind
it
of
just 'cause it's like
classic
a-
British
Yeah,
roadster.
The front end's like huge. It's got like lovely curves, and I mean, I love the grille. Oh, and it says F Type on there.
Yep.
That's kind of fun. Oh, and it has an R.
Yes.
Just in case you forget what you're driving. It's all right there. The side, I mean, it's just lovely. I love all the black accents. I love how the tires are black, the wheels are black. It's got these are black, and there's like black on black on black, other than like the green. The hood. That's not what it's called. The roof
The roof.
is black.
Did you just confuse hood and roof?
I called it a hood, but it meant a roof. The roof is
Yes.
black. I'm cold, honey. My brain cells are freezing.
Okay. Again, no one up north feels bad.
But the outside's beautiful. Can we look at the, I guess we can call it trunk space.
Well, I don't know if
I
you
don't-
would call it trunk
I don't think
space.
we would call it trunk space. So,
Let's just look at the rear of the car.
okay. And I like how the Jaguar's black.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
special edition
Yeah.
final
And
models,
I like all the little,
they're all black.
Oh, they are. I like
Yeah.
the exhaust pipes. Those
Yeah,
like
they're-
look really cool. And they're
yeah.
so loud, which is really fun. And the trunk, it's not automatic, but I guess that's okay. It fits, as you can see, we have like a jacket and your camera bag.
Yeah.
And that's about it. I mean, like maybe you could fit like some folders or something.
Some folders.
So your mail,
Right.
not very much. It's really no bag to speak of.
But it's good that you have space with a convertible top.
Oh, like to have any space at all, you
Yeah,
mean?
because the top has to go somewhere.
Okay. And if you were driving by yourself, you have the whole passenger seat. You could put something there.
Something.
A purse. Not
purse.
much. A small purse. But I mean, the back is beautiful. It's just a beautiful car. I think it's beautiful. Do you? Do you
Yeah.
like it? Yeah. I think she's a beaut. She's a beaut, Clark.
Oh gosh, Christmas is over.
I can still say it.
So as Megan clearly has, articulated, this is an absolutely stunning car. This is a limited edition green paint color that you get with this final version. It's got the optional sort of caramel colored interior. It's got all the black accents. You also get these little silhouettes here of the
I was gonna
F-Type.
show 'em.
Oh, well, it's down here.
Yeah.
This little silhouette.
Oh.
And there's a couple in the
Oh yeah, on the
interior.
inside too.
Yeah, I think I could show you some of the B-roll right now. So that's sort of the F-Type coupe showing you the final model here. And then of course, because this is the R version, you get the 575 horsepower supercharged V8 with 516 pound-feet of torque. And this thing it's just a cool engine. It's a monster engine. It gives this thing insane amounts of power. It's running through a ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, which does a good job shifting. I'm a big fan of those style of transmissions. The ZF 8-speeds always do a good job. But this thing has that kind of swell of torque and power that you get from a supercharged engine. Makes me a little bit sad that we don't see more supercharged engines from the factory.
Hey, is that torque the reason I can get to 45 in like no time flat?
Well, yes, that is the reason that you can get to 45 miles an hour in no time
like
flat.
when I'm crazy.
Yeah, and I know supercharging isn't the most efficient way to get big power out of an engine. Everything's moving to turbocharging, but turbocharging has a little bit of lag. Some companies like Toyota are using hybrid systems to mitigate that. So it's just kind of fun and cool to drive a vehicle that has that sort of old school way of making power. A big engine with a big supercharger making big power. And it makes me sad that the F-Type is going away, but it also makes me sad because this is sort of a unique powertrain. There are not many, if any, of these powertrains left on the market.
Okay, today we are in the fancy Jaguar. Are you supposed to say Jaguar?
Well, if you're
Like
British,
fancy people do.
Jaguar. We're American. We say Jaguar.
Jaguar F Type R. Apparently the R means it's more powerful.
Yes. This is
Which
the
means
most
I can,
powerful.
Like that?
Whoa.
I know, it's crazy. I got up to like 40.
You're drunk on power.
I'm crazy. So this is obviously not like what I usually drive. I'm a SUV kind of gal. The bigger the better, the truckier the better. So this is really out of my comfort zone. But I've driven it more than you have this week.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I mean, you've driven it a good bit, but I feel like I drove it a lot. And it was like really kind of fun. Like, I don't know that I'm a convertible girl now. Like, I don't think it's converted me. Converted me.
It hasn't converted you to
Convertible. Get it? Yeah. But like, it was really fun. Like, if I had the kind of money, I would like have a convertible on the side. Like just when I felt like going out.
Side piece.
Yeah, just like when I felt like going out and having fun. Because it has been really fun to drive. It's really, obviously, I mean, it's a Jaguar R or whatever. Feel that? It's got like a lot of power. It's got a lot of pickup. I think it drives well. You can definitely like feel the road and feel, which I mean, I think is the point of it, right? It's like definitely sporty. It's not like a cushy, comfy ride. It's like a...
No, not really at all.
Yeah, like I can feel the ground and I can feel all the bumps underneath me and I'm like one with the road. Is that what they intended?
I think that's what Jaguar would like.
Yeah.
I mean, they are known for handling.
Now, it looks beautiful.
Yes.
I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. A lot of people are like, dang, look at that car you're in. Like friends that see me, they're like, whoa, girl, what happened?
Well, they're not used to seeing you in a $120,000 convertible.
It is beautiful. The interior is beautiful. The exterior is beautiful. The whole thing is beautiful. It drives beautifully, I think. I've gotten like more and more used to it. Like at first, because it's not like my kind of thing, I was like, I don't know how to drive this thing. But now that I've like gotten used to it, I'm like, yeah, it's totally my kind of car. Can we put it in sport mode?
Now it's your time of car?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of fun. I don't have this kind of disposable income, nor is this any sort of like family car or
no, it's a little weird on this
traveling car. I mean, we normally do family things, so this is not a family car, but I could totally like, I don't know, when the kids were older, we don't need a big car. We got $120,000 extra laying around. I'd drive this.
Well, if we have $120,000 laying around, then we're doing pretty well.
Exactly, that's my point. And so then I could have this car because it was like really kind of fun, and it was kind of fun. Like I felt like I got a new personality, you know. Like I was like sporty Megan this week, like Jaguar Megan.
Jaguar Megan.
Yeah, Jaguar Megan had a really good time, and she can go like this. But see, I get too nervous, and so I only go up to like.
You only do it for 2 seconds.
Like to 45, and then I stop.
Yeah.
Because I'm just not like, I'm not a speedy man.
Well, maybe we'll go on the handling road.
Oh gosh, oh Lord. Only if I can drive.
I don't know about that.
And go a normal speed.
No normal speed on that.
You make me nervous. I don't like riding with you. But anyway, I have good things to say about this car. I know it's not your fave.
It's just there's a lot of competition once you cross 100 grand.
Yeah, but see, like I don't know about all that competition because I don't normally look at that market. It's not really my thing. I don't like the navigation.
No, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. But But I mean, other than that, like the rest of the interior, I love.
Yeah, from behind the wheel.
Yeah, and I think it's really fun, and it's very comfortable. I like the seat.
Yeah, the seats are great.
Yeah, and it adjusts about 87 different ways, so like you can really get it just
Yeah,
right.
you can get a good driving
And while it's a
position.
really small car, there is plenty of room in the driver. Like,
Yeah.
there's not room for like anything else.
No.
Like my jacket shoved right here, my purse is shoved over here. The trunk is about the size of a bread box, but other than that, there's a lot of room for me, and you. It feels great.
Yeah, 2 tall people can ride in it.
Yeah, with nothing else.
We just can't go anywhere.
No, and you can barely take a purse.
But that's
so
convertible.
I only have a small purse sitting over here. But I mean that's a convertible for you, right? What are these guys? Little flappy paddles?
Yeah, for changing gears manually.
Oh, should I try it?
Well, you want
I'm
to.
kidding. No, I don't want to.
No,
I
of
don't know
course
how
you
any
don't
of that
want
works.
to.
Ready? Oh, it's so loud.
Yeah.
I did that. That was so fun.
Yeah, you even got to the loud exhaust.
I don't want to lie. I got up to 48. I'm just saying.
Yeah. All that sound and fury for 48
It did.
miles an
It was
hour.
pretty fun though. But like I feel cool.
Well, of course, Jaguars make you cool.
Yeah. Well,
Because it's a Jag.
it's a Jag. I could drive a Jag.
Doing the GoPro so that you can hold tight to it. We're going to go into sport mode on the transmission so we get maximum attack on the Jaguar. And we're going to go down this little handling road that we have here at speed limit. Of course.
You probably scared that guy. He just
Probably did scare that guy. Now,
Because this
one of the
car's
things
loud.
about the Jaguar with the all-wheel drive is you got a ton of grip. This thing's on Pirelli P0 summer tires, and so grip is not a problem. And the steering is nice and quick. There may be a little bit of dead spot on center, weirdly, but it's
What does that
very quick. It needs a little numb before something happens. And the suspension, here's something I've noticed about the Jaguar suspension. I feel like it's better when you're going fast. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like when you're going fast, it holds the road, and that road's fairly smooth as well. At lower speeds, my problem with the suspension is that it's not super comfortable. It's a little bouncy at lower speeds.
Well, that was pretty comfortable for me. Like I wasn't scared.
No, and like it doesn't, that road's almost too smooth to kind of show off what we were talking about, but like the suspension has a tendency to kind of pogo a little bit over rough pavement. That road is meant more for like handling, which I think this thing does an admirable job of. I mean, basically, you're not going to find this thing's limits or come anywhere close to them on a public road.
What are its limits?
Well, we don't want to find out.
I certainly don't want to find out. How fast that it goes to 190, this speedometer. Whoa! Oh, jeez. You gotta give me a warning. Oh,
Well, there was somebody coming.
Lord. Oh.
So when you go back in this direction on this little handling road that we have, there's a lot more pavement imperfection. And so that kind of illustrates a little bit more of what we're talking about. The Jaguar, it's my only problem with the car, is that it's firmly sprung, but the whole car kind of has more of an up and down motion. To me, that's different than it being firmly sprung and you stay kind of low to the ground. I feel that Jaguar's moves a little bit more on its suspension when you go over rough pavement. And there's a couple examples of that now that we're on this stretch of road, especially when you cross the bridge. There's a bridge that goes over a creek, and then this little dip right here. When you go over those imperfections, you feel that motion up and down, and it's firm and it's hard, but like it's still, the car moves a lot and it's lively. You could say that it's lively. It reminds me a little bit of something like the Toyota Supra, but I feel like the Supra is a little bit more controlled, to be honest with you. See that jump right there? To me, it's too much lift coming up on the suspension, but that's just my opinion. I don't think if you have an F-Type convertible, you're necessarily doing that. What you're probably enjoying if you have the F-Type is you're enjoying just this wonderful swell of power. It's so good. And that exhaust is so good and so exciting. It just makes this such a special car to drive. When you drop the hammer and you get that growl, it sounds so awesome. That right there we will miss so much about the F Type. So much so that even you kind of became obsessed with that noise, as we saw in your.
When you just want to go to 45.
Yeah, well, you only went up to 45, which we also there in that part.
It gives me that same sound.
Oh, right.
So you don't have to.
But we were only going up to 47.
Yes.
Of course.
Maybe 49.
We were going to turn it off, but then I was like, one more, just one more, because you just have to. You have to soak it all in. Also, for some unknown reason, I want to point this out because I said this in my last review of the F Type. The blind spots monitoring system just seems to always think there's something in your blind spot, which is why it's on right now. I don't really know why. Anyway.
No, they both come on when you stop. I think it's...
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I noticed that. I don't know.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, jeez.
That little blat that it has when it shifts. Oh, man.
Blat?
Yeah, that little blat, like when it shifts up, it's such a satisfying sound. I do think in sport mode it could be maybe even a little bit more intense compared to the V58 and ZF combo in the Supra, where that one seems to shift almost insanely quick. I feel like the Jaguar kind of rolls into that next shift, but it's still satisfying.
We're doing the roof.
You gotta hold it down.
Oh, I didn't know that. You didn't tell me I had to hold it down. Ooh, do I have to keep holding it down?
Until it beeps.
I don't hear a beep. But do we think it's done?
It should beep.
I didn't hear a beep. Well, there's this beep going on because my...
Oh, maybe because the door's open.
Yeah, because my door is open, so... and now turned off. Oof, okay. So that made it quite a bit colder in here, so thank you for that. But the interior of this car is beautiful. It's beautiful. The leather is beautiful. The steering wheel is heated, which is lovely. It's got like the quilted. I really like the brown. Do they all come with the brown and black accents?
No, but I mean, it's an option.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
This one is the green exterior, brown interior, which is gorgeous.
It's pretty. It's got the quilted thing here. It's got all the seat adjusters. You can adjust it 87 different ways. The seats are super comfortable. I like the stick shift. Now, it fits the stand. Oh my gosh, a gear shift
selector.
every time.
It's been
it
like
does,
75 reviews,
you know what?
and you still don't know what it's called.
It fits the stand. But the stand kind of gets in the way. Good thing it's not a stick shift because I kind of have to go. But that's like my fault for having a big water bottle. This thing with the air vents, it goes up and then it comes back down.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. It
It's
has
a
like
fun
the
gimmick.
Jaguar silhouettes there.
Yeah.
This leather goes all the way up here. You said it's like the extended leather and the
it's
leather
got the
here.
extra
And there's
leather.
suede here. Like everything you touch is beautiful. I mean, look at this quilted seat with the puffy Jaguar. Like
The puffy Jaguar.
I mean, look at him. He's a 3D Jaguar.
I'm sure that's what the people at Jaguar want him called.
The puffy Jaguar. What do you want to call him?
Sounds
He's
like
3D.
he has a disease.
Here's where my friend could sit, but like, look how this is all like.
Your friend? You
like
taking
whoever-
someone else in the car?
I mean, there's a lot of people who have asked to ride in this car. I'm just saying.
Well, if you have a Jaguar, then dudes are going to want to ride with you.
I feel like I'm in like my own little cockpit. I like how I have this little thing. Like it's like, this is
I
just
think
for
that's
me.
the intention.
Yeah, I like it. It's like built for me. I love it. Everything looks lovely. The one thing I don't like,
Uh-oh.
this infotainment is, it looks like it's from 1973.
Yeah, it's not great.
Like it looks like the very first infotainment that was ever created.
It probably is for me.
Like that's how ugly.
Yeah.
Like your dad has that old Armada that
Yeah.
has that old infotainment. It looks kind of
Yikes.
like that. Kind of reminds
Ouch.
me of that. I'm just saying, for $120,000, like let's get an upgraded infotainment system. But everything else looks like it costs $120,000. Like it's a beautiful car. I have, other than this screen right here, I have nothing that I dislike about this car.
Alright.
All right, so inside the F Type, I know that like you don't need two of us to explain what the inside of the F Type is like. So I'll just tell you about a couple of the pros and cons because I have actually had the F Type R before. You can go check out that video. I'll put the link in the description. And not anything hardly has changed. This is more for you new viewers who want to see what someone who's almost 6'6" looks like inside of an F Type. I can actually fit in it. I can fit in it totally fine. I can fit in it with the convertible top up, and I have a very comfortable driving position. So So if you're a tall person or a tall family like us, you don't have any trouble fitting in the F Type.
Well, the family wouldn't fit.
Well, right. The only downside is
don't
that
start selling things you can't.
other than 2 tall people, there's not a whole lot
your
else
whole family
that
won't fit.
you can. Yeah, you're tall plus 1. Tall plus 1 can fit. Now, from an option standpoint, this thing is fully loaded. So you have memory seats. You've got you have heated and cooled seats. This was a complaint I had the last time I had the F Type was, why don't we have heated seats in the F Type? We had a heated steering wheel. Now you have these dials with the little Land Rover, press on it to make them switch to the heated seat mode. I watched back my old video just to make sure that it also didn't have those dials, and I don't think it did, but this one does. So having the heated and cooled seats, very nice. Also with the extended leather package, you've got pretty much everything loaded into this F Type. Now, materials are fantastic. Against the competition, you're looking at the Lexus LC500, Porsche 911 kind of base model, things like that, Mercedes SL. I would say that this is a little bit more special feeling than the LC, probably on par with the Mercedes and the 911. The big downside here, as Megan mentioned, is the infotainment system. The infotainment system is kind of garbage. It kind of looks like garbage, and one of the big problems with it, and I'll try to show this in some of the B-roll, is that when the top is down and direct light hits it, you can almost not read it at all. And that's something I mentioned in the last review of this, is that in direct sun, the infotainment becomes almost illegible. So that's kind of a big negative, but this has the Meridian sound system, which is a nice sound system to have in such a small car. So just keep that in mind. You're buying the car for the style, the materials, and the F-Type vibe.
And the look.
Yeah, the look, obviously, but from a technology standpoint, it's probably gonna lag behind the competition in some key areas, like the infotainment. All right, so to sum up the Jaguar F Type, the Jaguar F Type has never been a perfect car. It's always been a pretty beautiful car with a few flaws. I do like the way it drives, like I said, but there's a couple things about the handling, mainly the ride handling balance. That's not my favorite thing in the world. But if you want an F Type, you probably want an F Type. And if you made it this far in the video, you're probably just confirming the fact that you will like the F Type, because I feel like if you want one, you already know you do. I'm not really sure this is the type of thing that rationally you would compare it to some of its competitors, and the F Type would sort of separate itself based on its own merits. I think a lot of it has to do with just the way it looks, the way it makes you feel, the heritage that's sort of synonymous with the F Type name. It's one of the most famous kind of sports cars in the world, the Jaguar sports car, E-Type, F Type. It's sort of got that lineage that no other car can boast. You have to go back to 911 and Corvette and things like that to find that kind of, history. So I think if you want an F Type, you're definitely not going to be disappointed. This is easily the best version of the F Type. It's one of the best looking, the color combo, all this kind of stuff makes it an absolutely fantastic car. So we really enjoyed having it for a week. And as Megan sort of joked in the driving portion, if we had the disposable income for something like this would be a super cool car to own. If you're into F Types, I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you're looking at this and comparing it, other options, other competitors might get your vote over the F Type. You'll have to make that decision for yourself.
So my review, my Megan moment, my Megan mantra, my Megan montage. I'm trying things out. I'm trying things out, see what fits.
Just experiment.
So I can't obviously do the back seat because there ain't one. I can't do cargo space really because there's none. I mean, it would be a 1 out of 10. So
wow,
that's quick.
Well, true.
Back seat, that's a 0 out of 10. Interior, 9.8 out of 10. The 0.2 that I removed is from the infotainment because it's hideous. But everything
fair.
else is so beautiful.
Makes sense.
It's beautiful. The exterior, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful car. The way it drives, 9.9 out of 10. I don't know. Just took a little
Wow.
bit off because I felt like I needed to.
Okay.
Because perfection is hard to attain,
Wow. Okay.
But I mean, it's just a beautiful car. It's a beautiful car. It drives so fun. If you have $120,000 laying around, get it. Totally get it. I would totally get this car if this was our tax bracket. It is not, in fact, but if it were,
11 tax brackets higher.
yeah, I'd be driving this car. So if you enjoyed the video and watching me get to live my best life
Yeah.
in a Jaguar F Type R, subscribe, ring the bell. Thanks for watching.
So necessary.
He's making the spoiler go up and down.
Because it's cool.
Because it's cool. Apparently it goes up automatically when it's fast, but you can do it whenever you want. Apparently that's a cool feature. I don't know, it's kind of cool.
One more time.
Don't mind me back here getting all the exhaust fumes.
Well,
All right. We do be recording. Oh, I wanted to record that thing going up.
Oh,
Because that was so fun, yeah. Just making some B-roll over here.
Oh, you're just making B-roll?
Yeah. Like the B-roll star that I am.
B-roll star that you
That
are?
sounded bad. I'm an A-roll star.